Right guys, welcome back to Handmade Well Made. We've got ourselves a little present while we're up at the Great Yorkshire Show up in Harrogate. We bumped into the Lumberjack guys while we were up there, and they gave us the opportunity to use their planer and give them an honest review about what they think, about what we think. So we're going to do a little opening for you. We'll go through what you get with it, what comes in it, the packaging as such, because it's very robust, to be fair. This is how it came. So I think what we're going to do is we'll just go through it step by step, and as we open it up and talk you through our new little gift.
This is not a paid review. This, like say, we've got this and we just promised them that we'd review it. So it's tool review time.
The guys at Lumberjack were absolutely fantastic when it came to explaining everything to us. They told us that we could give it a perfectly honest review. Yeah, right, we'll drop it down onto the floor, guys, so it just makes it a bit easier to get out. It's definitely heavy, so it feels well built. Decent length cable as well, so you can go to your plug sockets from a fair distance.
Right, so the contents of the box, guys. You get the thickness planer itself. You get the extraction chute. You get a little magnet for being able to level your cutters up. You get a couple of torque bits for taking your cutters out. You get 5 extra cutters inside, which because they're carbide bits, you get 4 uses per blade. So if you get a chip in one, just simply turn it round and you get 4 out of 1 opposed to having to change them all. You get some screws which are for going into that. You get the handle top, and obviously instruction booklet. So what we'll do now is we'll get it put together. Just before we do that, a handy feature about this, which we both agree after reading the instruction manual, is this is the outlet for the extraction port. On most machines, you're pretty much dictated to where that is. On this, the good feature is you can have it that way or literally flip it that way, depending on which way your hose is coming. So it's a small thing, but I just think it's really, really handy for how your shop's set up. So we'll get it put together now.
It just means you can adapt the machine to the air vents rather than your air vents.
Yeah, exactly. I've worked in loads of shops where you have literally got hoses just like going all over the place, where it's like I say, it's just small things that they've obviously thought about.
Yeah.
Now guys, we've got it to this point, so we put the handle on and stuff, so we'll get that wound up and we can get this protective bit of polystyrene out. Now we'll just talk you through a few of the features that we know about this. This being a helical cutter, planer, surfacer. Scott's going to lift the bed all the way up, but basically this is a helical cutter.
So as you can imagine on a normal planer, this has been actually reflected from this mirror plate at the bottom. It's the easiest way that we can get you to see. But on a normal one, all these would be a single blade that's going across. You would take that out on magnets and then swap it over and put it back in again. Whereas on these, you can see each of these square carbide tips has 4 cutters on it. So if you ever put something through and it's got a nail in, for instance, and it ends up chipping one of the tips, then rather than changing the whole blade, you simply have to take one of these out, spin it over, and you've got 4 uses per blade. As far as this system's concerned and usability, it just makes such a difference.
This machine comes with 5 extra blades, so I think that's great of Lumberjack.
Right guys, another pretty cool feature that you get on quite a few big kit is you've already got your 4 holes on either side, so you can actually fix it down to your bench, so you've got no chance of it moving. Right, I'm going to hand you over to Gary now. He'll talk you through the specs of the actual machine and what it can cut and things, while I set the hoover up.
The main voltage is 340 volts, 50 hertz. Power consumption 1500 watts. Max width it can cut is 330, so across this point it can cut 330 mil. Max height that it'll lift up is 151, so you can put some fairly big lumps through there. The max planing depth is at a width of 152 mil, so fully all the way up it'll cut 0.8 millimeters and a maximum cut of 2.8 millimeters. So Scott's just going to set up the vacuum now. Another thing before we put anything through it, it's got these little dogs on the front, so these prevent kickback. So you put your piece through and you can stand reassured that it's not just going to kick it back to you, and the actual cutters will drag it through as you go. This is your scale on this side, so you set this to whatever height that you want a piece to be done at and just put it through it as smaller passes as you want. We're just going to do small light passes and just show you how it takes it off at each pass.
This is a little feature as well, guys. It looks like just your emergency stop with your start and stop button are underneath it. So you can just cover that up so that you know you're never going to sort of knock it. It all seals back up like that. And then if you ever need it, it's there. This is a beautiful piece of walnut, right, that we're going to be passing through it just to see if we can get flat and see how it works on it. This is supplied to us from one of those local suppliers around here. It's called Ossett Hardwoods. They're the Drawbox company. They do some fantastic, beautiful offcuts of timber that we can go up and get. And they're absolutely great with prices as well. You have to go give them a try, guys.
We'll put them in the link below.
So we're just going to give you a little tester now without the hoover on, so you can get a rough idea and a good judgment on how loud the actual machine is. So I'm just going to step around here now and then we'll give you a little sound test just for you to see how loud it is. Now, to be fair, guys, that ain't that loud for a big tool. Yeah, to be fair, guys, for a big tool, that ain't that loud, to be fair. I've worked with a lot smaller tools that are a lot louder than that. So what we'll do now is, we've got it set. The centre of this piece of wood is roughly 25 millimetres. So we've set it just below 25 millimetres. And we're just going to take little bits off at a time. And we'll see what sort of finish we get with it. As you can see, guys, it's taken most of this centre piece off and it's just left the low points. So we'll give it another pass now and we'll see what it looks like again.
We'll just go a quarter turn at a time.
Yeah, we'll drop it down quarter turn each time. And that's your beautiful finish. So that's really, really smooth, to be fair. I think you could go straight on with a 120 grit with that and you wouldn't have to go any lower. As you can see, guys, that's a really, really good finish. It's a little machine, but wow, what a job it does. This is going to speed us up so much. For me to sand that flat just using belt sanders and using palm sanders, that could have taken me the best part of 2 hours. That took literally 5 minutes and you've got a beautiful piece of wood ready to sand down and get ready.
Do you want to surface the other side?
Yep. Well, not this other side through, so you can see both sides finished. Oh, really, really rough there, so we'll see how it goes. At first, guys, we noticed we were starting to get a load of sawdust kicking out of the back. It's nothing to do with the machine. It's the fact that we had the hoover full. So we've just emptied it now, and we're going to do a few more passes just to see if it's a lot better like we think it's going to be.
So, quick review of what we think. Packaging wise, really, really good. It was robust. It was really well wrapped and protected inside. It came on time, so thank you very much, Lumberjack. Considering we were only there at the show on Saturday,
yeah.
And it arrived with us on Tuesday. Thank you very much. As far as our first impressions on the machine, I've got nothing negative to say about it, to be fair. On first impressions, it does a really good job. The finish is absolutely beautiful. And like you say, it's great. What we will do is, in a month's time, when we've had the opportunity to use it on a daily basis, we will do a full review on it and let you know what our thoughts are there. So thank you very much, guys. If you like what you see, please do like, subscribe and share, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys. See you soon.